A very active pattern is expected over the next 2 to 3 weeks, with a large system still looking likely early to middle of next week. It looks like to be a classic spring-like system with severe weather on the south side and snow on the northwest side. This week's system has downtrended a little bit, like we're not seeing a ice threat anymore, but there will still be some light snow in Iowa, portions of Minnesota and Illinois as well for Thursday and Thursday night. This is a look at the snowfall totals for Wednesday through Friday for that smaller system in Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Illinois. Snowfall totals will be in about 2 inches or less in this area, with no snow expected further south. There's not really much of an ice threat. No ice is expected either. So, just some light snow through the day, Thursday and Thursday night, that will cause some travel impact in these areas, but it's not a big system or anything, obviously, for this area. Now, some model guidance is a little bit more aggressive than others. This is the NAM model, which is more of a high resolution model for showing this system, and it moves in very fast Wednesday night and into Thursday morning with some banning of moderate snowfall rates in these areas. These bands would last long enough with a slower pace system that would increase the snowfall totals, but this model tends to be a little bit too aggressive as well. But you can see how it develops very fast from the Pacific Northwest into South Dakota and into Minnesota Wednesday night before rapidly moving southeast through the Corn Belt and through Thursday night. So this is more of a all-day Thursday type of snow event. That's why the travel impacts will be even higher, because obviously a lot more people are driving in this time frame. This model for snowfall totals will be again higher because more intense snowfall rates for a prolonged period of time. This is showing some snowfall totals up to 3 to 4, even 5 inches in this area, and this is even through the entire model run. But I like to go with the blend right now, which might be a little bit too low. It can be sometimes, but I like that small area of 1 to 3 inches of snow, and I will release my first snowfall forecast on this either this evening or in the morning. Now, another system will probably move through this weekend as well, as we get a shortwave trough to eject into the southern plains this Saturday and then Sunday. Latest trends by some guidance has been shifting this further north into the Midwest, and if this would happen, then this would increase a swath of accumulating snow this weekend for portions of Iowa, Wisconsin, and to Michigan. But other guidance is further south, and we'll talk about that a little bit as well. But the big story is going to be this big trough moving in the west early next week, and before it's gradually shifting east through next week. This pattern right here supports a large spring-like system because of the ridging, which I've talked about in all the last videos. This ridging in the east, but this big troughing in the west. This is going to allow a big system to happen around the 17th. It's been around the 17th all along. This will probably bring a pretty large warm sector. Unsure how far north it will get yet. This time of year tends to be hard to get it to I-80 north because a warm front, because the Great Lakes waters are cold, and it's hard to get a warm front to be able to get north or get to the waters. So the warm front will stall actually southwest of the Great Lakes, going through south of the Chicago area and through like La Crosse, Wisconsin type area. Just like today, actually, the warm front is going to stall further southwest today than earlier expected because of the Great Lakes being colder. But either way, there will be a warm sector with the chance of severe weather early next week. It could be the first chance for the southern area of the Midwest this year so far, and there will be a chance of snow on the northwest side too. Now, the snow on the northwest side doesn't look as robust as what it usually is with these strong spring-like systems, but that can always uptrend as we get closer because we are pretty far out. This map below is the mid-level heights, which is showing them the yellow colors showing the ridging, and then the blue and dark green colors showing the troughing in place with very strong troughing, a lot of cold air if it's indicating the very greenish colors. Below is a look at the chances of it being 50 degrees or higher uh, early to middle of next week with this system moving in, and you can see the chances go down very fast as you get along the I-80 area. I do think this might shift north a little bit as we get closer, because this is an ensemble, but just showing how hard it is to get a warm sector to get so far north time of the year. But trends lately have been more of a digging trough in the southwest and more of a potent system, and that will probably allow the warm sector to get further north because you have stronger southwest flow in place. May even be able to get dew points into the 50s, and that would obviously increase the chances for severe weather. But we are far out yet, and things will change. This is like 8, 9, 10 days out, so the chances of seeing an inch or more snow anywhere will be lower, and just in general because it is an ensemble, which tends to be conservative. But you can see it; they are starting to indicate chances of seeing snow on the northwest side, but way well up into the upper Midwest. So this is a clear sign of a far northern track with the system that will be moving in early next week. Now, I am so confident in this system, this large system happening early next week, not just because operational model guidance has been so consistent in agreement on the system happening, but the ensembles, like all the different members, are showing a surface low coming out of Colorado early next week, and they are all pretty strong as well. These are all the different members for next Tuesday morning, and having about 15 to 20 different members showing a surface low below 1,000, even some into the upper 980s or so. That is a clear sign of a strong system moving in early next week. Yes, the track, or they are very scattered, and that's because we are far out. They'll come clustered together as we get closer, but right now it looks to be like a track more from Colorado through like the Sioux Falls area. So again, a pretty far northern track. Below is a look at the mid-level winds from operational model guidance, and it is showing that big dip in the jet stream in the west, and that is showing a big trough moving in early next week. These brighter colors, brownish colors, are the winds and knots in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. So a very energized jet stream that will be in place early to middle of next week, and that is also helping a stronger system to happen. But a dip like this in the jet stream with more of a tilted trough will favor a chance for severe weather as well. It's not like a very organized, compacted trough, but again, there will still be some sort of severe weather with this. In either way, it's the middle of February, so it's not like you're gonna get a very compacted, classic trough to get all kinds of tornadoes happen in the plains or anything. But this is definitely gonna bring in a warm sector through the portions of the Midwest. Again, it is far out, so the dew points will change a lot too, but below is a look at the dew points with this system moving in early to middle next week, and you can see it kind of gets pinched off. In warm sector, you're not getting enough humidity. They're only in the 40s as you get north of I-70 or so. Typically at this range, though, models tend to be a little bit too low on dew points, so I would not be surprised if the dew points do go up in this warm sector up into Iowa and them areas, just because of the strength of the system, and the trough axis does favor pretty strong southwest flow, and oftentimes when you get a strong southwest flow, it brings in higher dew points as well. Now, one last thing before I end this video for now, because there's still a lot of details that will need to be said as we get closer to early to middle next week, because we're still in that 8 to 10 day window, so there will be changes to happen. Now, the system for this weekend has been trending north on some model guidance lately, more of the reliable model guidance, but there will be changes with this system. But this is the model run from yesterday evening or so, and the system was very far south with the surface low track into northern Louisiana. But as we got into the overnight hours, a shift north happened with the surface low actually making it as far north close to near St. Louis area, with rain and even some mixed snow happening as far north as Davenport and Chicago area, and with snow into Michigan. Now, as we got into the model run this morning, and even further, just for the north track, you need a quarter solution as well because of your slightly stronger system, and this would bring actually accumulating snow for some areas and along the I-80 corridor. but east of I-35 or so. So this is a pretty big change, and this would obviously need to be talked about as we get closer. And the trough with this system is a pretty organized trough as well this weekend, and this is might increase chances for severe weather on the south side as well. But if you look at the left quadrant of this jet stream, this jet streak, it would put the greatest chances of seeing snow on the northwest side into Iowa and Illinois and up into Michigan as well. Some ensemble guidance is starting to show this as well, increasing the snowfall chances for this weekend with that further north track happening. So now that we are starting to see ensemble show this, it's definitely a bigger sign that there could be a system moving through this weekend before the large one early next week. So either way, we are in a very active pattern over the next 2 to 3 weeks, and there will be plenty to track.